And pull up a chair, episode 33. We are officially live on this gloomy, sleepless Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, very gloomy.
Rainy, it is indeed.
A little, very windy.
Hope everybody's having a great, blessed, wonderful start to the Wrestlemania weekend as well. Before we get into everything, though, of course, we want to make sure you know who you're looking at. To my left, you got the amazing co-host, off the top rope, Super Ride Snooker, the author himself, the one who knows what's going to happen before it even does, before anybody knows it's going to happen. The prediction wizard, as we like to say on this show.
I try.
Then you got your host, El Tucatente, the ultimate motherfucking sensei, the one who, of course, taught Bruce Lee everything he motherfucking knows, a.k.a. Space Mountain Stoney, a.k.a. Young Dumbledore, a.k.a. Stoney Montana, a.k.a. Edward Swisherhands, a.k.a. call me what you will, just don't call me Mr. Just don't call me broke or sad. It's Mr. Keep the Love High and the motherfucking hate low.
That one up.
You know, you'd think after you say it enough times, you get it right. But how are you doing this week? How is life in Snooker's world?
Good. Nothing out the ordinary too much this week. Casual, normal, for the most part. This weather is pissing me off. I'm ready for spring, summer. I'm
not digging this weather too much.
Yeah, it's cold. I'm over the cold.
You're over it?
I'm over the fucking cold. I'll say it here first. I'm ready to fucking be able to go out in shorts and a t-shirt again.
Feel that. I mean, you know me. I like the gloom. I'm a vampire. I dig this shit. But at the same time, I also don't like seeing trees that are about to blow over because I know what that's a sign of, and I'm not going to say it. But I just, it just looks nasty. Like, I don't mind a little gloom. I don't want the trees to be moving. That means there's a storm on the home front.
Yeah,
and we don't need that.
Those bitches swaying out there.
Eyes closed, just swinging.
I had to do it. Yeah, them trees.
Overall, my week went pretty fast, actually. Pretty fast.
That's always a good week.
Yeah.
That's a good week.
Seemed to go pretty fast. Kind of over in a blink of an eye. Looking forward to the battle we got going on today. Looking forward to giving my Mania predictions, which we will start with wrestling.
Hell yeah.
So, you know what? We both had a great week. It's gloomy. Let's dive right into it. I'm excited, man. WrestleMania weekend. We got the night 1 card and the night 2 card. We shall go over if my phone doesn't glitch out. But no, big excited for the WrestleMania night 1 tonight. I know NXT Stand and Deliver is going on right now, but I mean,
we're not getting into that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We're not.
Check it out if you like NXT.
Yeah.
There's some names in there to check out. But
WrestleMania is
we need to get to the card.
Jesus. We got enough shit with that.
So Saturday, I don't think there's an order to it. I think they just give you what
they just running it down.
Yeah, like I think somebody said they know a little bit of the order, so I'll throw it out there when I come across a match. So to start off Saturday night, this is one of those cases: John Cena versus Austin Theory.
Oh, Cena not losing.
You got Cena beating Theory for the belt?
It's for the belt?
For the belt. That's the thing that fucks me up. If it wasn't for the belt, I'd say Cena.
Yeah. I still think Cena, fuck it.
Cena, and then he loses it back to Theory at Backlash, gives 2 matches to him?
Or he loses to somebody else and they're just done with Theory. Like,
that's
Theory
it. Well,
doesn't sell.
No pun intended. Yeah, I agree.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not a
nobody would be interested in this match if it wasn't for
this one pop for Cena will be bigger than all of Theory's combined.
Yeah.
Like,
when that music hit, Theory's going to be like, wow, this is what happened.
This is a pop. Oh, okay. So, like, I could definitely see them just being like,
well, no pun intended here, but to go with a theory that you said, or along with what you said, people seem to think that because it's night 1 and they're making such a big deal of saying that Cena's fighting him on night 1, starting off the evening, they're saying that Cena's going to beat Theory for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bobby Lashley's going to offer his open challenge. And when Bobby Lashley offers his open challenge, Cena will be like, well, look, Bobby, realistically, I'm not going to be around here much anyways. I was going to issue an open challenge, something like that myself. Mm-hmm. I accept, and I'll put the belt on the line.
Oh,
and then Bobby
wins. I could see that. I see it. Even like I said, I could see him winning it from Theory and them just offering it to somebody else next. I just don't think Theory, he's done. not in the universe, but champion.
Getting him out of that title picture.
And this is a fast
I
course
will
way
give
to
Triple H this. This seems like it was a last-ditch effort to try to get him over.
And it still doesn't work.
And it just didn't really...
Yeah, he's just not...
Cena kind of stole the whole spotlight.
He doesn't sell. He just doesn't... He doesn't sell. He's not a good talker. So it's like, how you going to have a belt if you can't talk?
Yeah. I mean, he only does the A-Town down. Look at how I'm built. However, though, to answer it, Theory or Cena, we might differ on this one. I want Cena. I hate it. I think Theory.
Yeah, I could. The only reason I could see it
I
is
think Theory wants Cena.
I think the only reason I can go along with that is because they gotta push Theory,
to try to get him over.
Yeah, they have
and maybe this win will do it.
Okay, you beat John Cena. Okay, cool. People
And I think if Cena wins it, like I said, it'll either go the Bobby route or it'll be Theory wins it back in Backlash. Yeah. To where then you try to give him 2 matches, 2 opportunities to put prove 2 lights on him. Yeah. 2 spotlights. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, SmackDown Women's Championship. That's going to be a phenomenal match.
Yeah, it is.
That one can go either way, but I'm going Rhea Ripley.
Me too.
I think they put her over really well in the Rumble.
She's deserved it.
She won much deserving. And keep in mind, in 2020, Charlotte beat Rhea when Charlotte won the Rumble for the belt.
So it all comes together.
One big full circle.
That makes sense. I had
and Rhea is by far the most over in Judgment Day right now. It's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
For the tag belts. Now, I do believe this is the main event of the night. It's either this or the Charlotte match. Usos versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens for the Unified Tag Team Championships. You think the Usos reign ends?
Yeah.
I'm going with Sami Zayn and KO. Yeah. As much as I do love the Bloodline.
But it's just the end of their...
It's the end of the run.
Yeah. It's the end of Roman. So you can't have Bloodline without Tribal Chief.
Oh, I can't wait to get there.
Well, I'm not saying it's...
I'm
not saying he's losing at WrestleMania.
That one might be able to go either way.
I'm not saying... But how I've said for the last 4 pay-per-views with Roman, he's leaving for Hollywood eventually. When do you start the decline?
And he already doesn't really do live events.
And it already has
one every 2 months.
So it's coming sooner than we sooner than
I do think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens end it tonight.
Yeah, I'm with that
for sure. Now this match, Ahim, as you can see by the shirt, is one of the top 3 matches I'm looking most forward to this weekend. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. As much as I want Damage Control to win, obviously, I love my girls, but
I got Lita,
at the same time, I got to go with Becky, Lita, and Trish.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or then maybe at Backlash, you could do something like Damage Control versus Becky and Lita for the belts and Trish Stratus versus Bayley, which I think would be really tight if they did that. Or even just did it on Raw. Have a Raw match. I know I always go for pay-per-view, but have a Raw match.
Yeah, I got Lita and Becky.
I'm so fucking pumped for that match. That's top 3 for me. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul.
That's going to be a great match. I got Seth.
I'm going with Seth. Supposedly Logan's contract comes to an end, but he wants to sign some sort of a deal again. But no, I'm going with Seth. However, so far, based on the card, I think it's actually really a couple of these are almost damn toss-ups. I want Seth. I think Seth, but I'm not shocked if Logan wins.
I agree.
I'm not shocked. Because Seth has been in that business of kind of fuck it, I'll put him over.
Right, he doesn't really care.
When I come out, people sing my theme regardless. They know I'm going to lose the bitch. But
yeah, he said I can see that.
They know it's an L. Now, this one I feel like is one of your most pumped ones. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Father versus son.
Rey whooping his ass.
You think so?
Yeah. You don't...
Rey humiliates his son?
Yeah, it's just... Or he starts beating his ass and then people jump in to beat up Rey. But one-on-one, never in WWE universe would Rey ever lose to his actual son. One-on-one. With this story, where he's just a douchebag son. No, you get put in place. Like you're out here doing.
And he
You're out here doing my move. The 619.
He just got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm not losing on the Hall of Fame weekend. Like,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So the only reason he does lose is if people jump in and jump him.
You know what? I'm with you. I think that I like that. I think it's like you said, Hall of Fame week. Hey, maybe
if anybody, like you said, if
I hope
anybody's
you don't get. I hope you don't get
real.
tired of me doing this. But I hope you don't get tired of me doing this. I hope everybody doesn't get sick of me saying this. I think if Rey Mysterio then, which I think he will for sure, win tonight, Dominic versus Rey at Backlash.
I mean,
I think in a jailhouse street fight. Because they bought that copyright to that name, and it doesn't look like they're doing it tonight.
Yeah.
So they're not doing it tonight. I'm thinking maybe Dom will be like, "Oh, you beat me at Mania, but let me do it in my rules.
Right.
Let me do a jailhouse street fight." Like I think that could be how that comes to be. I don't think he'll sound like Eric Cartman when he does it, but I think that's how that'll go.
That could be. Yeah. Ray's.
I think that'll be a good match though, and I think Ray will really try to like get his son looking as good as he can.
Well, he has to. He's like, "Bitch, you out here looking like a hoe,
humiliating me.
Yeah, you can't wrestle for shit. Let's go."
And then the 4-way tag match, which really glad that what they're doing here is they're calling it WrestleMania showcase matches, where like Triple H realizes that there's talent that realistically didn't fit on the card, but he wanted to fit it on the card. So he has a 4-way women's tag match and a 4-way men's tag match, and whoever wins has an opportunity of whenever they're choosing to
go for a belt.
To go for the tag belts. The men's match is Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy. Shoosh, please. Thank you. Versus the Viking Raiders. Who do you got winning that? This one's actually the toughest. But now you have to go with this, though. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are winning. So who's going to face them for the tag belts? I'm thinking Street.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Them or it would be Broman. And what's his name?
Stromache?
Yeah.
Not the Viking Raiders.
No. Then definitely no.
I like the Alpha Academy. But
if
you think Chad Gable is getting put over, you are fucking dead wrong.
Yeah.
Because they will never let it happen.
Just leave now.
I want Alpha Academy. No, it won't happen. I'm thinking Street Profits.
That was my instinct.
And that is the end of Saturday. Now on to Sunday. Now this is the hardest day. This is the hard day. I really do think this is the hardest day. Let's take this one from the bottom up. So their 4-way WrestleMania showcase match, again, same stipulation as the men's. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi, the Blackhearts, versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. That's tough.
We got Ronda and her teammate.
I do got to say, this is going to be a very underrated sleeper match. I'm calling it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match.
These are great women to have, and I love these teams.
I think they want Ronda to be in a tag situation, so it could be a way to put her through to get an opportunity at the belts.
And then you also can do it like this.
Liv Morgan.
Lita and Becky right now are the champs.
And then Liv Morgan, she was just a great singles champ. So like,
and Raquel's been trying to get over.
Yeah, so I could see them taking it or Ronda and her teammate.
I'm gonna swap out one of the first team that you said for my pick. I really want Natalya and Shotzi to win. Really want Natalya and Shotzi to win. But unfortunately, I do think I'm going to have to go with you, and they want to try to get Ronda and Shayna and give them those belts. Because Shayna's only had a women's tag belt now once. She hasn't had anything else.
Yeah.
Well, besides an NXT strap. But they don't even mention that on the main roster. So,
because as I go into the NBA and talk, well, I won the G League. Good job, bro.
The announcer, he had a great game.
He was the G League MVP. Like, how do you sound?
Next match. Now, this one I'm looking really forward to as well, which originally I wasn't. But Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
That's going to be a feat of strength, man.
I'm thinking Brock Lesnar gives him the F5.
I don't know if he can.
Too big? Like, too big as in, like too long?
like legitimately is just like too goddamn big. Like Brock, granted, Brock is a freak of nature as well.
He also ain't 2004 no
That's
more.
what I was about to say. He's now 40 something.
Because if you remember in 2004, he picked up the Big Show and trotted around the ring with him, then did the F5.
And I think Omos is heavier than Big Show.
He's longer, which is the issue, I think. The issue that it looked like he was having with the Big Show was a lot of that looked like his reach was getting the most.
Well,
like,
to be fair, it might the length might help him because you could balance out more. So rather than like all Big Show's weight, like as soon as I tip a little bit, he's top heavy. Omos, it's more like, all right, let's balance act.
What about the part where he's first getting him up? That's going to be it.
Yeah, I did that. He's 40 something, minimum 40 years the youngest. Like Brock, like that, picking up 600 pounds and just his back might blow out, his knee might get.
And at
out.
one point, like you said, the weight is all
going.
You gotta bring him up to start.
Well, you also have to know like.
And Omos is gonna try to work.
He's gonna help you.
Yeah,
so he's gonna like
try to.
Yeah, he's gonna give you that little to
like
get you up. It's not just dead weight, but at the same time,
once he's up,
you gotta go quick.
Yeah,
and it's not
and
like,
like you said, as soon as he gets him up, he ain't trotting with him. He's picking him up and doing it immediately
if he can.
Get him up. And then even at that, he's got to do this with the legs and
he has to
twist
like,
it
throw
and toward it. Yeah.
So it might be. I don't think he does that. But I don't. I think
now I'm starting to get worried. I don't want to see an F5 botch on Mania.
I don't think he's pulling it out. I think he's gonna go to
suplex
Spears.
What about a suplex? Can he suplex him? I think.
He can suplex him, but does he risk suplexing Omos and him not landing right? Because that's a big dude.
Far over him.
That's a lot of weight to come down on your neck if Omos doesn't land that suplex right. So I could see him putting.
Omos is still pretty new, so Brock's probably over here looking at Triple. Like, if I'm doing this shit, he better be ready.
Like if I'm taking him to Suplex City, even if it's just one suplex, he has to know how to
his ass crushing my face.
That so I could see some mean spears coming back,
or just like or like how he does that thing where he tackles the chest.
Yeah,
whoa! Puts the shoulder into it and he sends you flying.
Yeah.
But, overall, though,
I'm not saying he won't or can't do F5, but I'm not as guaranteed as if it was 10 years ago.
I'm not too shocked if Omos wins, but I really think Brock's going to win.
Yeah.
I really think Brock's going to win.
Yeah, I think he is.
Now, this match is going to be a fucking banger. This is my second most forward-looking match of the night. Well, of the weekend in general. Edge versus Finn Balor. Mm-hmm. Demon Finn Balor versus the Brood Edge in a Hell in the Cell match.
Edge doesn't lose Hell in a Cell.
You think Edge beats the Demon?
Edge doesn't come back to go into a Hell in a Cell and lose.
At Mania night.
Like, especially when you're going against a Demon play. Like,
I think Edge beats Finn.
Edge.
It's tough to call because
the rated R superstar is not gonna go to Hell in a Cell and lose to a goddamn Demon.
Well,
fuck out of here.
Now, see the part with the Hell in the Cell match. The only little sliver that makes me want to go, maybe Finn, is the fact of
he gonna get Mick Foley.
It's gonna be a 5-star. I'm predicting that right off the rip. I think no way could it not be.
Yeah, it has to.
But I'm really thinking. Oh, dear. Because, like, the Finn take that I keep going back to that I want to mention, I really think he could.
He's a great wrestler.
Well, let me just say this. Because I was kind of getting lost in my words there. It would make more sense, business-wise, I think, to put Finn over. Because if you put Finn over, it doesn't make the Judgment Day look weak.
But this is Demon Finn. You could have... This is Edge could be like, oh, we're like...
Well, Rio will win.
Say Edge wins.
But maybe then Rio wins, leaves Judgment Day out.
Edge wins, but then, like, Finn leaves Judgment Day. Because, like, he's now... the Demon got beat. And now, like, it's like fucking getting baptized. Like, Edge brought you back to reality. I'm the rated R superstar, bitch. Like, you think shit's sweet until you run into somebody that's sweet. And then it's like, oh. I'm not saying he's going to leave Judgment Day, but it could be like the awakening moment for, like, the downfall to Judgment Day. Because Dominic's not beating Ray tonight.
Finn ain't getting a win.
And Rhea's winning. So, take how you feel.
End up turning Rhea back to face. I don't know. That could be an angle.
Yes.
Get her away from the Judgment Day. Keep it with just the boys. But I do think Edge is gonna win.
Yeah.
I see why though if Finn wins. Let me word it like that.
I got it.
Triple threat
Yeah, but
Intercontinental
that'll do.
Championship title match. I think is gonna be another fucking bang. Well, as Sheamus in the match would say, banger after banger after banger. You got Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus for the IC strap.
I think Drew comes out.
You're thinking Drew?
Oh, or Shame. Oh. Does Sheamus get his last run before he retires? Because he
Yeah.
really hasn't got
I don't think Drew wins. It's either going to be Sheamus or Gunther.
I got Sheamus. I got Sheamus. He's deserving.
Sheamus?
Yeah. Because then Gunther could get it back at Backlash or something if they want to.
I want Sheamus. I think Gunther.
That's fair. I can see that.
I want Sheamus. I think Gunther. I don't think Drew.
I just don't think, like, Gunther, he's a good champion, but he doesn't.
Drew's another one where the contract's supposedly up soon.
But it's like Sheamus is a so much better talker than Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther can't really talk at all.
So like, I could see.
Gunther's great, though. I do
Gunther. Love him. I do. That's what I mean. He's a great champion.
He brought a lot of value back to that IC title.
Yeah.
You got to give him respect.
I do. But now it's time for. You walked, so Sheamus can now run. Because Sheamus.
And also look at it this way. Triple H, this is the first year where Gunther's even on the card.
Yeah.
So Triple H is probably in the back like, listen up, big boy.
Sheamus been around.
You're out there with two greats.
15 years.
You better. Hey, I trust you. You've had a great IC run. But when you go out there in front of those people at SoFi Stadium, you better be ready, kid.
Yeah.
You're in there with Drew and Sheamus, and they're not going to fuck around.
That's
like,
a different ball. That's a different ball game.
Yeah, different. Yeah, like you said. Like, he's probably over here like, Gunther, this is your Super Bowl, buddy. Like, you go out there and you give it your best shot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, too, if, say, he wants Gunther to go over, he might even tell him before he goes out, like, hey, if at any point I see anything in this match that looks like you're not ready for this, I'm switching the finish and we're going with Sheamus.
Yeah.
I could see that being like, I'll prep the ref and everything.
You have two outcomes ready.
Yeah, or if the crowd don't seem to be getting behind you
Yeah.
and shit too, and it looks like Drew and Sheamus have to carry you, I'm sorry, buddy, but you've done good so far, but that don't mean that I can just give it right to you.
I'll let you float by.
Hey, we're talking about Mania. We'll give a quick recap for you.
What did you do?
Almost being done with the cards. We'll give you a quick recap. So right now, though, we are talking about Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. Hey, what's up, Chris? Much love. Shit, let me get one of these noobs going, and then, like I said, we'll give you a recap of who we said afterwards too that we wanted to win. Appreciate the love and thank you for the subscription.
What's the next?
So, in conclusion on that one, going Gunther, I think will win, but I want Sheamus.
I got Sheamus.
And share your guys' picks as well. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's strap. Who do you got?
Asuka.
By the way, everybody that's watching this on a later date, give how you feel on the aftermath of WrestleMania so we can talk about it next week.
I think Asuka's.
You're going Asuka?
It's her time.
I think that's going to be a great match.
Yeah, I like Bianca.
Going to be a 5 out of 5, no doubt about it.
I could see it going either way, but I want Asuka. Bianca's had a great run.
Bianca has had a great run.
Do you fall into the Roman?
She won last year at Mania, I think.
And it's like, do you fall into the Roman Reigns thing where you just
hold it forever?
Yeah. Or do you have Asuka take it and then
run with it for a bit?
Exactly.
Plus, Asuka's really over right now.
And Bianca's going to be around for a long time, so it's not like she can't get it back. I think Asuka.
I'm going to hot take it. Bianca Belair. I think they're going to keep letting that ride.
I don't think that's the hot take.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, well, because if we're saying that
Rhea's...
Rhea's...
you pull up DraftKings, I feel like she's the
If
any
Rhea's beating
favorite,
Charlotte, I'm thinking Bianca keeps her belt. Bianca beats Asuka. But it's going to be a great match. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if they shake hands at the end of it. Tight, great match. Since they're both babyface anyways, I wouldn't call Asuka a heel.
No. But I still got Asuka.
Well, we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah.
May the best man call it. I know I'm going against the Book of Snooker, so it's not going to be easy. Now the main event. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Who do you got? Does Cody finish the story?
Yep.
Cody finishes it?
I've been saying it for a while now. Roman, it's
Hollywood time?
Not yet, but you can't just take the title into Hollywood, would you? So you got to have a downfall.
Pull a Hulk Hogan of the 80s?
But you don't have a downfall where it's like, oh, he lost the belt and then he's gone. You got to have he lost the belt, a battle again. He might get the belt back, but Cody gets the right back. Like, you got to have the transition period.
Almost like a feud till SummerSlam or some shit?
Could be.
Build it for a bit?
Well, yeah, I got Cody, I think.
Man, I want Cody to win. I want him to finish the story. But what if they want Roman to go over 1,000 days?
How close is he?
Red hot close. Like, I don't want to fuck up the number here, but I'm pretty sure we're somewhere around 950.
Then he's keeping it. Because that's what I mean with the Bianca thing. You're not going to have... You don't fall into that with Bianca. So you got to end it sooner than later.
And then just let it build a little bit more with Roman.
But with Roman, you're already fucking there.
You know what? I'm gonna go with this. I want Cody.
I'm with you. I want Cody, but
I think they want Roman to go over 1,000 days. Yeah. I don't know why, but I really do think they want that.
I'm with you. I want Cody, but I always forget about that stupid ass fucking 1,000-day shit.
And nobody's ever done it.
And that's
since the Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, and that's fair. Go get it. But damn, I'm about to go put a bet on Roman now.
You know why they did this ultimately, right? So they could bury Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan and not have to showcase their legacy every fucking time. Because one gropes women and the other one said the N-word repeatedly. So Roman Reigns now gets to hold the belt for 1,000 days. Thank you, Hulk Hogan.
Thanks, Rick.
Woo!
Damn, man.
Super appreciated.
Just couldn't keep your robe closed on the plane, huh?
Just could not.
Just not once. Couldn't even wear underwear.
He was watching too much Deshaun Watson film.
Couldn't even watch underwear. Couldn't even wear your underwear underneath your robe, bro.
So just to give a quick recap.
I think Deshaun was watching Ric Flair film.
Quick recap, because I know we agreed on most. John Cena Theory. You said Cena in final. I said Theory. Charlotte versus Ripley. We said Rhea.
Yep.
Usos versus Zayn and Owens. We said Zayn and Kevin.
Yep.
Becky, Lita, Trish versus Damage Control. Damage Control, I'm sorry. I love you guys, but
I got
Becky, Lita, and Trish. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Tough. I go Seth.
Yeah.
We both go Seth?
Yeah.
Ray versus Dom. We go Ray.
Yeah.
4-way tag match. I said Street Profits.
Me as well.
Okay. Sunday. 4-way tag match. I said Natalya Shotzi or Ronda Shayna, but I said Ronda Shayna.
I got Ronda Shayna or Liv, and I'm going Ronda Shayna.
Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I said Bork. Bork Laser.
Yeah. Yep.
Edge versus Finn.
Edge,
but I'm not surprised if Finn wins.
Fuck Edge. Or fuck Finn, sorry.
Gunther versus Drew and Sheamus. I think Gunther wants Sheamus. Bianca Asuka. I said Yonkers. And Roman Cody, we said Roman, unfortunately. Hold the one up.
Fuck that one for 1,000 days.
The bloodline ain't over yet.
He's been plotting that shit since the beginning. 1,000 days, bitches. How many? 1,000. This one.
Hey, Cody cut a promo on him, though, last night on SmackDown, where he goes, it's funny that you keep calling yourself the guy because you signed an 11-year, multi-million-dollar deal and it didn't pay off until year 8. And the crowd went, oh.
Damn, he got an 11-year deal, though? That's some management right there.
Samoan bloodline privileges.
Yo, I didn't even think of that.
But very excited to see, though, if our predictions pan out. The Book of Tucker, the Book of Snooker. Hopefully, I don't know what your predictions are, Dom and Chris, but hopefully, I don't know if we were on the same page or not, but may the best man call it.
We'll see how it goes.
See who's the prophet or not.
See who needs to be in WWE.
Speaking of WrestleMania weekend, Hall of Fame class of 2023, the inductees being Stacy Keibler, the Great Muta. We had referee Tim White with the Warrior Award.
Yeah.
We had Andy Kaufman, the great Andy Kaufman, Mr. Man on the Moon, Tony Clifton himself in the flesh. And we had Rey Mysterio, first ballot Hall of Famer.
That's what I was going to say. The only ones I knew were Ray and Trish.
I think this was a great Hall of Fame class. It shows that Triple H is in charge. Seeing Stacy Keibler get nominated was great. That was my first crush growing up. She well-deserved Stacy Keibler. Seeing the Great Muta on fucking WWE television was amazing. Shout out the Great Muta, Asuka and Tajiri. I know we're both really inspired by him. I know Tegan Knox does the sliding
reason
kick.
I got Asuka going.
I actually didn't even think about that. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, just a little. That was a little factor in.
And Andy Kaufman was fucking hilarious. All the work that he did with Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
I also never realized it. He was the first celebrity to ever actually work with WWE.
That's interesting.
From Saturday Night Live. Yeah, I did not know that. I thought it would have been Mr. T or somebody else, but Andy Kaufman kicked in the door. Then other celebrities were like, "Wait a minute, you actually get shitloads more publicity doing that."
Huh?
Like,
weird.
Oh fuck.
Your stock rose.
and kicked in the door, and he said that Lorne Michaels from Saturday Night Live, because his brother was sharing the stories. Andy passed away, but he said that Andy was always like so much in character that when wrestling was like, what are some of your attributes that you think you'd even be good at this necessarily? And he goes, Andy didn't even break character during the meeting. He goes like, Andy, like that guy was immediately sold on it because Andy was being a dick to the guy. Yeah. Like, oh, you don't think I can, you don't think I have any attributes? Like I can come in here and be a fucking asshole, right. Like MJF style. So I thought that was great.
Move a crowd.
Seeing referee Tim White win the Warrior Award. When they were talking about him last night, you could tell the crowd was laughing with everybody. His calling card was in the back. They asked, is there any referee? Like, we have so much of a hard time even hitting the referees because none of them really want to be hit. And Tim White was the first one to go, hit me. Well, he goes, I used to be a boxer. Like, I can take a hit.
Right.
And they're like, oh, really?
Let's put him out there.
And he just started taking the craziest bumps. And he would tell him, like, every week, you can go hard, like, a little bit harder, Make it more real. Finally, they were in the Hell in the Cell match in 2002.
Somebody
Jericho
had
and Triple H
or something.
And he was hanging on the apron. And he saw Jericho go rope to rope. And he said when Jericho kicked him and sent him flying into the cage and his face grated on the cell, that when he walked to the back, he looked at Vince and he goes, God damn, a little too hard, huh? Like, y'all really sent me flying into that
Jericho
bitch.
Lost a belt or something on a long 3 count. And said, all right, bet you're in the Hell in a Cell with us? Cool.
Oh, my God. For that one. And he goes, I literally spit blood in the trash goes and goes, God damn, boss, maybe that was a little too hard. And Vince said when the guys ended up getting to the bag, he goes, hey, Jericho, like, relax. Maybe next time don't yeet his ass into the fucking...
Did you just pick him out of the crowd and target him?
Yes. Like, God dang.
Yes, I did.
Insane bump that he took in that cell. I was so glad that they showed it. Nobody hit the... the way they explained it, too, was out of that whole match that night, it was referee Tim White that stole the show because that was the nastiest bump of the whole night.
But he has to play it off. Like, he's the referee.
He finished the fucking match with blood coming down his
That's
face.
what I'm saying.
It's iconic.
It's like, hey, y'all don't gotta fuck me up, but thought this shit was fake.
He's like, yeah, I told you to keep getting it up a notch, but not that rough.
Jeez, hell of so.
And then, of course, the first ballot, Mr. 619 himself.
Yeah. Well deserved.
Yeah. Absolutely love Rey Mysterio. Where do you begin? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's somewhere on everybody's top 10. He's fan favorite.
Yeah.
Achieved way more than anybody could have ever projected him to, from ECW to WCW. The kid started wrestling, got his wrestling license when he was 15. Just absolutely incredible. Round of applause one more time for Rey Mysterio. Just while we're just doing that one little quick recap of Rey. Do you have an all-time favorite Rey match? This goes for everybody watching. Put it in the comments afterwards as well. What do you got?
Like 4 come to mind.
I have a couple that come to mind, but I got to do either the custody of Dominic ladder match with Eddie.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Or I got to go with
the Great Punjabi prison match.
The Punjabi prison with Khali.
Yeah.
That was a crazy match.
That.
His tag team work with Edge was great.
His tag with Batista was great, too.
Also great.
Ooh, the Royal Rumble he won.
Yeah, the Royal Rumble win, that's got to be up there. Him winning the World Heavyweight title at Mania that year would probably be up there. Right now, though, that ladder match is the first one that comes to my mind. I know I'm missing number 2, and that's why I'm really trying really hard to think of this. Because I know I'm fucking it up. Because it was such a great, incredible match.
Didn't you have like a match with Kurt Angle way back in the day?
He did have a feud with Kurt Angle. That was great. That's very true. I'm trying to think of some of those early Mania matches that I just seem to be forgetting. Let me YouTube check it real quick because I really don't want to fuck this up because I know I'll remember the match.
Woo. Yeah, but dabba do. How do you do?
Ah, yes, there it is. ECW One Night Stand 2006, Rey Mysterio versus Sabu.
Yeah, that was wild.
That match was the one where they had the outcome where they knocked each other out. They were taking so many fucking head blows during the match.
Literally.
That when they went for that table spot, Sabu's head hits the ring and Ray's head hits the barricade.
Shout out
and
Sabu.
The way they both land, they both knock each other out and the match ends. That was fucking iconic.
Different times back then.
That was absolutely insane. But shout out to the Hall of Fame class of 2023. All well deserved. I think no debate on that. Dom left mid-speech, but I think we kind of covered that. I know we talked about it a little bit pre-pod. I think it's easy why Dom left mid-speech.
They had to.
He didn't want the risk of Dom being emotional. And also you got to build onto the story, which I think that's a win-win. And
they hate each other.
Also, look at it this way. I'm sure when Ray got to the back or before he went out there, him and Dom got a moment. I don't think it had to happen out there.
I think it was smart for them to do that though.
Yeah. I think that was a win-win because again, like I mentioned, you don't want Dom to get emotional and somebody in the crowd picks up.
But you also don't take away his actual son's moment of seeing his dad inducted. So like he got to sit there and actually witness it. And then halfway through, they're like, "All right, now we got to do the story."
Which get him
the fuck out. Like, so I think win-win.
As soon as he says so and so line, Rhea and Damian get up and leave. We already gave our predictions as well. However, though, there was one prediction that we did not give before we leave off of wrestling, a little pro wrestling. Bobby Lashley announced after winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal last night on SmackDown. Which was originally supposed to be on the Mania card, but they bumped it, which I think was a great idea.
Yeah, I think so.
That either on night 1 or night 2, he's going to have a mystery opponent. Who do you think it is? So who do you think it is and which night? Let's take it a step further.
So we kind of talked about it earlier, and I think it sits even more now.
I got 3 names I'll throw out.
I think Cena beats Theory for the belt, and then the open challenge from Bobby comes. And it's Bobby versus Cena for the belt, and Bobby holds the belt.
Okay. Not a bad take. I mean, obviously, I agreed with you before. So.
Right.
Do you have another 2 names maybe that comes to your mind on who it could be? My first name that I'll throw out, I know isn't probably a popular name in your circle, but his name is Jay White. He's currently a free agent, international superstar.
Okay. You think they bring him on a WrestleMania card?
Yeah, he's familiar enough that a lot of people in that crowd.
Okay.
That's what like it. Put it this way: how AJ Styles randomly appeared in AEW at the Royal Rumble, or in WWE at the Royal Rumble. Yeah. This wouldn't be that, but it would be like a notch right under it.
Well, AJ was already in WWE though.
No. I mean, like when AJ debuted at the Royal Rumble, it was a 10. We'll call that obviously a 10 debut. Everybody knew who he was.
Yeah, I got you.
This would be like a 9,
8.5,
or maybe even like an 8, where some people, let me call it an 8. Right. An 8 out of 10, because there would be some people that are like, I've heard the name, I've kind of seen the face. I don't really know where he's from.
I mean, that could be.
But I'm thinking Jay White, maybe. But against Bobby Lashley, I don't know.
That's something like maybe like Big Show.
AEW.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's under contract. He's an announcer. Yeah.
But only because I saw he was like back in shape and shit.
Yeah, no, I thought he was, but they made him an announcer, and he goes by Paul White. I think Randy Orton.
I was gonna say
if he's cleared, Randy Orton, and I didn't know this, but it's his birthday today.
I was gonna say
that's why I think if it's Randy Orton, he comes out tonight.
Yeah.
If it's Jay White, he comes out tomorrow. Actually, no, if it's Jay White, he comes out tonight too.
The only reason, like, I can see Randy, yeah, but then if Cena wins, though,
I also think my third name would be Big E.
He can't wrestle.
Not yet, you don't think?
He can't ever.
You think he's done?
I think it's medically like if he takes.
It hasn't been stated yet, but it's heading that way.
Well, not by WWE, but on medical record. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, what he has is if
he said a couple months ago he wasn't close.
Because like if he takes any type of hit the wrong way on his spine, he could be paralyzed. It's not like you got a broken bone, we gotta have this heal. It's like your spine is now like this, so if you get hit again and it smushes more, you're not walking ever.
Thanks a lot, Butch. That's who fucked him over.
Yeah, but like it's not like we gotta wait and see. It's like no, like he doesn't wrestle.
At least,
that's why I.
You know what? I'll replace the Big E take because that's just wishful thinking. I think
I said like when we ever
to replace Big E, I like your Cena take, but I almost want to go a return. But then again, okay, I'll go. This will be my third. LA Knight.
Okay,
they'll give it to LA Knight.
I don't think for WrestleMania though.
Let him put on a banger because LA Knight's getting pretty over right now.
Maybe.
At least with the crowd on the stick. The matches, I don't know. Sucks that we didn't end up getting Bobby Lashley versus The Fiend, but he had to leave for his own reasons, which we covered that last week.
Yeah,
but
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, hope he gets well soon.
Yes,
but I know it's WrestleMania weekend. We wanted to jump off. I think that's the first time we've ever started with wrestling. Back. You know, I actually commented.
That was my last one.
I commented under a tweet and said that. I was like, what if Taker came out on the bike? Because he said now repeatedly he will not come out in the hat and coat again. But he could come out on the bike. And I'm all for that.
Like, that's the only other person I could, like, Randy was my one, but I wasn't sure if he was, like, healthy, like, medically healthy yet. Clear. And then it was my John Cena take, because that's how you get the belt off John Cena real quick, because he doesn't want to be here weekly or whatever. And then it's like...
Or can't.
Oh, yeah, we can't. And then it's like after that, wishful thinking, Taker. It's WrestleMania. Only day.
Gonna pop?
Huge pop. Especially you pull out the bike.
Well, if he comes out, that's the only way he comes
the
out.
American Badass. That's a big pop in LA.
That's true. I'd be for it.
I
wouldn't rule it out.
No.
I definitely wouldn't rule it out. I think it'll be great, though. Definitely excited to see if our predictions come true.
We shall see.
Definitely excited to see how the matches play out. See who leaves with what belts. It's going to be a great fucking Mania weekend. By the way, thank you, boys, for tuning in as well. Hope you guys are excited. Having a blessed and wonderful, gloomy, sleepless Saturday here in the great state of Ohio. And before we pivot off into another topic, which one would you like to do? Music, movies, TV, or sports?
Let's knock music out.
Do some music?
Yeah, let's go down the list.
All right, so let's just dive right into it. New music reviews. I think March so far, I actually just posted my March playlist today. Shared it on Instagram and Snapchat. If any of the viewers would like, hit me up, and I will send you the link. And maybe if you have Spotify, you can create a Spotify link out of what I put in the March playlist. But a lot of new music came out this weekend. I think to conclude the month of just shitload of great music. My March playlist has 40 songs, spans about 2 hours. But there's just a lot of great records that came out. So First one to dive in because I want to save the best for last and the one that I actually got an exclusive about as well for Pull Up a Chair. Let's dive right into. Let's go Tyler the Creator estate sale.
Yeah, I did.
Call me if you get lost. You didn't hear it?
No, the only one I listened to of the new shit is Juicy J's new album.
I did not listen to that. How was that?
I liked it.
Any notable features?
No, I didn't. I didn't listen to it all the way through because it's 18. But
what do we got on there?
We got Xavier Wolf.
Ooh, all right.
Leza.
Familiar.
La Chat.
Oh, so he's putting some people on.
Yeah, Aleza again, Slime Roney, K Carbon, Finesse 2 times.
Finesse 2 times. Yeah, I got to hear that joint.
And then Gangsta Boo.
Yeah. Oh, I got to hear the joint.
Yeah.
What's it called? Workout?
Yeah. The album's called Mental Trillness. I like I got through like probably half of it.
Yeah, I want to hear that one with Finesse 2 times. I've been fucking with him.
Yeah.
He has that, I think it's like 90 Days Out album that came out a couple months ago.
He's got a nice flow.
Love it. So to start with the estate sale, he released, which I love how Tyler does this with his rollouts in general. Like he literally made the deluxe come off as like a whole new fucking project. Beautiful new cover. I actually wish I would have got the vinyl that had this edition cover at Record Den a couple weeks ago, but I did not. However, though, he came out with 8 new tracks. Everything Must Go all the way down to Sorry Not Sorry, which I think is actually a beautiful way to do a deluxe the way he did, especially given that the album came out like a year and a half ago. Everything Must Go is a great skit to start it off. Stuntman of Vince Staples is a banger. What a Day is absolutely amazing. He's getting his shit off. Wharf Talk with A$AP Rocky, great record. Dogtooth was the one that he released as kind of like a single for it, which I think that's catchy as fuck. Heaven to Me is my favorite, which actually has a writing credit and production credit by Kanye on it. I think that's probably the best one. I threw that in the playlist. And Boyfriend, Girlfriend, which that's probably the weakest link on there for me, but I still enjoyed it. And then on Sorry Not Sorry, he officially fully came out as bi. Even though he kind of hinted at it on Garden Shed, he fully came out as it on Sorry Not Sorry. Like, really fully addressed it. Like, that was the first time he ever said certain things like that. And I was like, oh, wow. So, shout out Tyler. Oh, Carmelo Hayes got the W? In that case, so he said Carmelo Hayes beat Braun Breaker on NXT. Braun Breaker could challenge Bobby Lashley.
I don't think he's wrestling the same day. Twice.
If that's the case, they might have him come out tomorrow. Because I saw some people said that one as well. So that can be interesting. Another project that came out that I thought every single for was great. And I actually watched an interview of these two guys. And he got The Alchemist to rap again.
Oh, Larry June, yeah.
Larry June and The Alchemist on Great Escape.
Yeah.
Think another great cover art. I love it when Alchemist works and just does like whole projects with people. I think that's kind of like a lost art. And I know Currency started that with Covert Coupe. But I really like how Alchemist carried on that tradition. Though. And he's been doing projects with Action Bronson, Larry June, Freddie Gibbs.
I gotta check that out. I checked out a few of them.
My standout joints on here. My favorite is Palisades, California, with Big Sean.
Yeah,
that's probably like Big Sean's best verse I've heard in a fucking minute. Let me see. What's this record called? I just want to make sure I got the name right. Because this is the one that has Wiz Khalifa on it, and I wouldn't mind seeing Alchemist and Wiz do a
What Happened to the World?
What Happened to the World? Wiz snapped on that shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the one I heard. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Wiz snapped on that. I wouldn't mind seeing a whole project with that.
I need to check out fucking Royce's new album, too.
Oh, yeah, I got to check that out.
I didn't check out none of it.
I gotta be honest. I got to peep that one, too.
Yeah.
I might do that before Mania starts.
Honestly, I was thinking the same shit. When I'm running errands, I was like, oh, yeah, I need to listen to that.
Track 13, I go with 60 Days.
Yeah,
that's the one with Alchemist rapping on it, too. I fuck with that heavy. Speaking of Wiz Khalifa, he dropped a new single. I'm going to kind of jump all over the place here for a minute. But Wiz dropped Peace and Love, which I thought that was I'm not going to say it was got high replay value, but I enjoyed it. Thought it was a pretty good Wiz single. I'll give him it. DJ Drama dropped a new album.
Yes, I just saw that.
Addison with my boy Jack Harlow, making us white boys look good. Thank you, Jack. Raised Different, I thought was really good with Nipsey Hussle. I thought that was a great song, and I really loved hearing Wiz and T.I. on No Weakness.
Okay,
like Wiz 3 drops on one weekend. I think did 3 different things, and they were all great.
Showing some versatility.
He had to remind people,
right?
I saw he was getting some disrespect earlier this week on Twitter, and he's probably like, "Hold on,
just wait,
just
wait on it.
Wait till Friday comes."
Yeah, that Royce though, I was excited to see.
Yeah, I do got to check that out. I'm actually glad you mentioned it. That one slipped my mind. I'm excited to check out the Nickelina. Lil Peep had another, was an early SoundCloud song re-released onto streaming, Your Eyes, which I always liked that one. Very glad to see they added that. But the last album I wanted to talk to, before I wrap up, before I get into my album, where I wanted to share something about it as well, because it's actually became a friend of mine over the years in some ways, and through the internet. I haven't met him in person yet, but excited for when that moment is to come. But Drake dropped a single in the early hours of the morning, as he does, just not on streaming service.
Right.
He did it on the OVO Sound Radio called Rescue Me. Absolutely phenomenal.
Okay.
And I feel like that just shows you that the scary hours is coming, because I kind of got like that God's Plan snippet vibe.
Okay. So he said, get ready.
Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, you never know when Drake's going to drop or what Drake's going to drop. So.
And the way he's doing it is kind of like some DJ he let play it for like 30 seconds on his set, and it turned into like this crazy snippet. And then he put it on OVO Sound Radio, but he didn't make it to where like you couldn't screen record it. So that's how people ended up screen recording it, and just somebody got to it real quick and put it on SoundCloud, put a little cool art piece behind it, and boom. But no, great leak. Hopefully it does get put on the stream.
Great leak.
Yeah. Hey, phenomenal job by Drake. El Drake. Phenomenal record.
Great leak, boys. Good job.
Yeah. Way to be on it. You're on your shit. I like it.
Way to think ahead.
And you even hid the little link on SoundCloud. You put it under a private account. Great. Nice. Love it. Love to see it. The Quavo single, though.
We could just move past. Shout out Gucci coming back. 06
Gucci. Check it out.
Quavo, just don't.
If you guys care about your lives and the time that you spend in it, and making sure that you try to not waste a minute of the precious life that we all have, I really encourage you all to not make the same mistake I did and save yourself.
I tried to move.
Let me tell you how long it is. Hey, you know me. I don't usually bag. I'm Mr. Keep the Love High and the Hate Low. But every once in a while, I like to still do it. Let me just tell you right now. Save yourself the 2 minutes that I didn't get to. And don't listen to Honey Bun by Quavo. Just don't do it. You don't want to do it. Bad things happen to good ears. Don't do it.
Right.
So,
shout out Gucci.
Shout out Gucci.
Like Lil Wayne.
There's Keep the Love
Remember
High.
That
right
interview
there.
with Lil Wayne? They were telling him like the top 5 someone had, and they're like, he was like, okay. He's like, yeah, they got you number 2. He's like, number 1. He's like, Drake. He said, Jay-Z. Oh, Drake not number 1? No, Drake's 3. Okay. Oh, who? Then he finished off the list. Who's number 5? Gucci. M not even on the list. Who number 5? Gucci.
You know,
shout out Gucci. Hey, shout out Gucci.
But the album though that I did want to mention before we pivot off into our other 2 topics is my man Choo Jackson. Told you yesterday that I promised I would talk about it, and I was going to anyways, but I just wanted to give a little extra bit of a deep dive, and I appreciate the kind words that you gave me for my support that I've given over the years, and I'm very grateful for the fact of that I can just hit you out of the blue. I appreciate you and your artistic ability, and the fact of that we get to chat just like we're cool, and just like I know you as a friend. I feel like that's one of your special abilities with how down to earth of a human being you truly are. And I can't wait to down the line get to know you more and hopefully work with you one day. The power of manifestation. But Broken Hearts Make Money Too. A sequel to his first installment that came out. Let me double check to make sure, because I want to make sure I'm not fucking up my man's plan. What a discography. He dropped the first one in 2015.
Okay.
So 8 years later, here we are with the second installment. And oh my God, dude, it's his discography. I had him on Sleepless Radio.
Mhm.
He was my underground. He was one of my underground artists that I got to highlight, and I won with him. And I won with flying colors. And I was so glad that people were so receptive to the music and being like, "Oh wow, that's a banger." Play
Right.
another one. Oh wow, shit, that one's lit.
Right.
Oh shit, that's dope. And I always have a soft spot for Choo Jackson as well, because I know his affiliation with Mac Miller. He was actually the first artist ever signed to Remember Records before he ended up starting Forever Cool Records after everything unfortunately unfolded the way it did.
Right.
But I feel like this project, though, is really going to be a standout. I feel like there's a lot of great records on here, and I hate to mention TikTok, but I feel like there's a record on here that gets a little TikToky.
Okay.
It's actually my favorite on it too. I just think it's super fucking catchy. But the three that I wanted to talk about that are my favorites, standouts, which I encourage everybody to go check out. Broken Hearts Make Money Too. And before I share the little exclusive that he gave, my favorite off of it is Get Love.
Okay.
And that's the one that I've noticed people on Twitter seem to be gravitating towards.
Right.
And that's the one of the two that people seem to be sharing the most on Instagram as well. The second, which being, I think I saw people were going with Born to Win. The first one, which again, great record. These are all great records on here. And I'm not just saying that for real. These are all great records on here. My top three favorites though, which I already let you know, Choo, but Get Love, Back Off Me, and Kicking Doors, with an honorable mention being Friend Turn Foes, because I was happy to see him bar the fuck out, which I know he can, and get his shit off like that. But the exclusive that he let us know, which he wanted us to share on the pod as well, which I'm going to try to get more exclusives as time goes on from the people that I know and love that I'm able to build connections with through this great thing we call music entertainment. He said, when I mentioned to him Get Love, because he was like, well, let me know which one. I told him Get Love was my, I actually in live time as I was listening to it was like, man, this Get Love might be the one. And he goes, it's funny that you say that, because he said, I actually truthfully didn't think that was even about to make the album. He thought
it wasn't going to make the cut.
that was even going to be like the one that got like the least response, he said.
So it's funny.
And I ended up asking him, I was like, well, is it cool if I share some of what you're saying right now on the pod, about your album? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely, man. So the two that I got was him talking about how, he was very surprised to see that people are really being receptive to Get Love. Because again, he didn't think that was nearly one of the strongest ones on it. Shit almost didn't make the cut. And Friend Turn Foes. And he was saying that on Friend Turn Foes, like recently, over the years, he's gravitated more towards, he's very, you want to crack a beer, roll one up, and take a dab when you listen to him. But he can still bar the fuck out. And he said that was like, he had to almost remind himself. And he said, like, when he heard that beat, it was kind of like, oh, wow, like, if you fucking with me, it's career suicide.
Hell yeah, like, took him
back. This that 95 do or die. Like, yeah, that's like. But Choo Jackson, Gap Tooth Choo, we love you, man. Broken Hearts Make Money Too. Go check it out on all DSPs now. Do not play yourselves, please. Your ears will thank me later. Movies and TV, sports. Which one do you want to head into next?
You can pick. I don't care.
Let's do sports.
But
Cavs are playoff bound.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lamb. Very proud of my Cleveland Cavaliers, because I have not really been keeping up all like that this year, to be fair.
I mean, they got Donovan Mitchell. They should make playoffs.
Spider. You better not have a fear of spiders if you're trying to guard Donovan Mitchell, because he will burn your ass. But I am curious, though. I feel like you know more of this than me, obviously, as you know, this is your strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
How are we looking seating-wise?
I think we're like fourth.
Fourth?
Don't quote me on that.
How far are we making it? Early prediction.
I mean,
because we'll update as it goes, but
with everybody in the fucking West, we really only got to worry about Boston.
No Sixers? Or am I dumb? I might be stupid.
No, you're not dumb on that. That's like a valid point, but it's like, I think our team can beat Joel Embiid 7 out of 7.
What about James Harden?
I think our team can beat Joel Embiid in 7 games.
I wasn't sure how you felt on James.
He's a
I know
dog.
James is hurt right now.
He's a dog. Don't get me wrong.
He's hurt right now.
But if Joel doesn't eat, Sixers don't eat.
I personally think the Cavs will make it to the Eastern Conference Final and lose, unfortunately. But I'm rooting for the Cleveland boys. Don't be fooled by my Grizzlies hat.
I'm trying to pull
I'm just a John Moran fan. I love it when people pull their guns out in clubs. I love that shit.
I mean,
I wish I could do it.
He didn't pull it out. He had it on standby. And he had probably $100,000.
Wave that motherfucker around like a lighter.
But $100,000 on the ground, I would too have a gun with me. Got me fucked up. What are we looking at? Standings. What the fuck? Come on, Google. Don't do me like this. So I believe right now we got the Bucks in first, Celtics in second, Sixers third, Cavs fourth, Knicks fifth, Nets are sixth. Play-in tournament, you got Heat, Hawks, Raptors, and Bulls. So we're 4th seed, so we'll play they play 8, they play 7, they play 6.
Yeah, who's it look like we're playing first?
Right now, Knicks. So I think we'll be cool.
Oh, wow. That'll be a fun series. I know Julius just hurt his ankle a couple nights ago.
That's tough.
I think we'll beat the Knicks.
Yeah,
I think we'll beat the Knicks in 5.
I think we sweep.
Maybe 6.
We sweep.
We think sweep?
We sweep. If we get Knicks first round, I think we sweep.
I think the Knicks will at least pull 1.
No.
Maybe 2. No more than 2, though. Hey, I'm just going by couch coach. I don't know. I haven't really watched him play.
I think.
To be fair, I know Quentin Grimes has been doing
the playoffs is like when playoff people, like when certain players, like you see the difference
who
between
can show out and who can't.
Who shows up and who just everything is scrutinized to the maximum. So like every second counts, not just every possession. So like you see like that's what the difference between like a good and a great player. That's like you see like, oh, okay. Like this is when Donovan Mitchell can come up and just drop 60 every game if he wants to. Because he's fucking Donovan fucking Mitchell.
That's just what he does.
It's playoffs. Like, oh, you guys are beating us right now? All right, fine. Beat me. You're not. I'm Donovan fucking Mitchell. It's like Kobe, LeBron, like esque. Like when Booker put up 70, like when he first got to the Suns, like the second, third year, whatever, he's like, oh. And he's like, don't think shit's sweet. Like I'll put up 70 on people. I'm like, okay, I bet. Like it's just like some players just can rise to that occasion.
I do know if the Knicks don't have Julius, that's a 4-0. Easy, hands down.
Yeah.
But no, shout out the Cavs. Hopefully, the run goes as long as it possibly can.
Yeah,
obviously, I'm going to root for them.
We'll see.
I'm definitely going to be paying a lot more stricter attention now that I'm out of the fantasy playoffs and I can just watch basketball without having to pay attention to all the individual fucking players. But
let me check again this week, y'all.
I
forget each week.
I saw that NBA players can now legally smoke weed as of like a couple hours ago.
Well, they're not getting tested for it. They could always legally smoke it, but you're getting tested.
Oh, not getting tested for it.
Yeah, so NBA is no longer
good
testing
shit, NBA. Good shit.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
Hurry up, NFL.
Yeah, the guys that need it the fucking most.
Like, come on. What the hell?
You got somebody over here. I'm fighting for my fucking life over here.
My back is broken.
Get fucking killed, man.
Like, damn. Yeah, so hopefully.
You already know Josh Gordon's over here like, yo, my man. Like, I lost millions over this.
He lost his career.
Yeah, I lost everything.
But
I'm fighting for my fucking life.
hopefully NBA doing it spurs a change through all major sports.
Was that a pun?
What?
Spurs a change?
No.
I'm talking about the NBA.
I mean, it is a pun, but it wasn't intended.
Oh, God. Was it a big pun? Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, you should.
Capital punishment. It's been out for over 25 years. Probably nobody caught the reference.
That was bad. That was
I tried.
That was bad.
I tried.
That was horrible.
The Dead to Rights final boss looked like Big Pun.
Next.
Okay, so see, I can go off the rails too. AD is made of glass. AD is Samuel L. Jackson's character in Split.
Man's like 7 foot and yeah.
At this point, dude, retire. When I saw,
Damn.
I'm sorry. When I saw
Damn.
that picture of him holding the ankle on the court last night, if I was the coach, I'd be like, get him off the court. We got to put his jersey in the rafters.
Damn. He
End
said
this now.
retire, bro.
Bro,
Get the fuck
if
out
I
of here.
have to look
Get
at
the
this
fuck
guy.
out of here. Hey, you. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here, AD.
Get out of here. We don't like you.
He's like,
get out of here.
He's like, but coach, my ankle.
I can play, coach. Put me back in. Get out of here.
My ankle is at 6 o'clock, but my foot's facing 12.
We can do it. We can make it work. You got a wheelchair? Coach, I'm good.
I just want to know, like, what is your foot made out of? String? Like, not even regular string either. Like,
he
silly
broke
string.
it and rolled it so many fucking times. You don't have ligaments like your knees.
Then get off the court, dude. We're tired of seeing your back on it. Your back's on it more than the bottoms of your feet.
You
Like,
just
we
a
need
hater. You just a hater. They just need to rest him the first 40 games so he can play the last 40 and then playoffs.
He won't make it the last 40.
He would. If he didn't play the first
He'll
40.
be gone in the first 40
he,
seconds.
No, he'd be good. It's all about how many games he plays. It's total games.
You know, they were talking about AD's face a couple months ago when LeBron broke the record. I think LeBron's face when AD was on the court last night was much more funny.
He's like, motherfucker,
LeBron just...
I'm done.
The play-ins next week. You just came back yesterday.
Can I get traded?
Like,
Can I get traded still?
You just got cleared yesterday.
I know we're past the trade deadline, but trade me. Can I go back to Cleveland?
They say lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. Well, that does not account for your ankle because it strikes over and over and over again. It doesn't strike anywhere else.
Why has God punished me?
God dang.
LeBron James is so selfish.
You could fall from the top of the Empire State and your wrist would be fine. You jump off of a step stool and that ankle's going to look like fucking dust.
Go for a rebound, though. Don't land.
Like, Jesus Christ, AD. It's like Thanos just keeps snapping his finger and there goes your ankle.
I hope he's all right, though.
I hope he'll be all right because he's going to get back up and fall again. Like,
this man,
Jesus
you're
Christ.
AD hater.
I am, but I'm tired of seeing him on the fucking court. Get up, AD. It can't be that serious.
Damn.
Baseball's back.
What a transition. Oh, man. What a transition.
Baseball stuff. But,
I think he got back in the game that night.
No.
Because I'm Anthony Davis, 38 points, 17 rebounds, and Lakers
Let
beat
me
T
go
Wolves.
look.
Lakers beat T-Wolves.
No, I thought I just saw him hit the watch list. No, it's still just trade.
Yeah, he put up 38 and 17.
He finished it.
38 and 17. This man's hating on him.
Well, let me show you why. Because I told
He
you.
rolled his ankle and then
got,
came
like,
back and put up 38 and 17 rebounds.
That bitch is going to fucking fall off.
How many points in fantasy is that? Like 52?
67, actually.
Exact. Thank you. He's at 67, actually.
I hate that image.
And guess what? He still dropped 20 points and 15 rebounds after that.
If you want to piss me off, show me that shit. You know why okay, I should probably reveal this before I talk about baseball. Here's why I have a beef with AD. I drafted that cocksucker 2 years in a row in fantasy over the span of the past, 5 years. Oh, I saw you got the confetti. You got the dub.
Damn.
But
wild times out here, boys.
Yeah,
I'm winning this week.
I drafted him 2 years in a row, though, in fantasy, and he fucked me.
And I'm winning this week right now.
He also rests a lot.
This is wild times, dog.
Baseball's back.
I'm about to win the fantasy, and I didn't even take it.
Well, consolation, but yes.
But
that's still crazy.
No,
the fact that you pulled off.
I'm round two. I'm round two playoffs.
You pulled off more wins than
a lot of people.
Than people that actually tried. I shit you not. One of the guys that actually tried got 3 dubs. And
I drafted very well.
You did. That helped.
GM, baby.
The guy who was...
I just kept my best players.
The 3-win team, I saw him constantly making free agent pickups because things just kept going.
Nope. You got to have faith, baby. Look at me. Look at me. You got to have faith. I drafted very well, though, guys. My team is...
I remember that.
I do have Devin Booker, R.J. Barrett, OG Anunoby, Harrison Barnes, Joel Embiid, Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, Klay
You
Thompson.
got Embiid.
Yeah, bitch.
But I just people sent you trades all season long, dude.
Good.
You've never been on one.
No. Because look at my team. 9-12, playoff bound, baby.
I don't know, dude. At one point, you were getting offered something crazy. Somebody was offering you like Russell Westbrook and somebody else.
Look at Russ.
That's I was just saying, Russell.
I wish they're lucky I didn't see that stupid ass fucking thing.
You wouldn't have taken
Russell Westbrook.
And somebody else, though, for Embiid. It was 2 for 1. To make that better, it was 2 for 1.
Russell. Like, you're better off offering me, hey, I'll buy you a large pizza for Joel Embiid and the other player than Russell Westbrook.
Damn.
I would rather
bite on the pizza joint?
Yeah. If you said, I'll give you this good player and a large pizza, that's more convincing than a good this
so
player.
Here comes
and
the Russell Westbrook hate. Like, I shared my AD hate. You can get off your Russell.
Well,
Westbrook
let's go statistics.
we always keep the love high.
No.
We even hate with love.
I can go facts statistically. Russell is not producing well.
Well,
you didn't know AD came back to drop 38 and 17. You were shitting on his day, and he said, "Bitch, I came back and put up 38 and 17 points, 67 fantasy points for you. What do you want?"
Not for me. He never put up shit for me.
Well, you fucked up. You did.
And the years I had him, he sucked.
Hey, what's Joel's statement? What's his catchphrase? Trust the process, baby.
Oh.
I didn't trade.
That was
look, didn't trade my team. I trust my process of my being the GM, my draft. Boom, playoffs.
I had to make a couple adjustments just because of a couple bad picks I made.
Not a good GM over there.
Yeah, man.
You're a good GM by admitting you made a bad pick. But you try to correct it, and it didn't work out. Now you got to learn from it.
A lot of factors, but yeah.
I know.
A lot
John
of
Morant getting down for 2.5 weeks.
Jeremy Grant and James Harden not playing a single week in my first round.
Well, Jeremy Grant,
was
he actually like hooping?
He was hooping when he played. He got me 25 points tonight. I had to try to make up for that with a free agent pickup.
Yes,
I
mean, to be fair, last week I did.
Couple of them worked, couple of them didn't.
Hey,
like I had one that really
man
worked.
is 6 and 15 in the playoffs. What the hell?
Consolation.
What the fuck's consolation mean?
Like, here, I'll show you. This right here. So there's this, which they're going for the big prize.
I see what you're saying now.
You're going for this.
That makes sense.
Which is ultimately, look at who you might end up facing, brother, for the 20. Because whoever wins consolation gets 20.
But, like, I can't believe, like...
So you're still playing for money.
Yeah.
Like, you're still in the play-in for money.
Right,
you're right here.
But like
that's you two.
But I didn't look at this shit once this whole year.
Because if you win, then you go up in this one, and you play me for the 20.
But I didn't look at this.
By the way, keep in mind, if you play me for the 20, no matter how that goes, I'll still send you 10. Because nobody's going to send me the 20. So I'll still send you the 10.
But like I didn't look at this one time. I should have.
You could have made it much farther.
Yeah.
You could have been there.
Like I'm 9 and 12.
You could, that literally would have been your slot.
Yeah. You live and you learn, boys.
Get him next year. You're in the league.
Hey, great GM, not a good coach.
Hey, but now you know
you're a great coach, not a good GM. Imagine if you had my drafts, but and I had your ability to keep up with it. Like if I just had your ability to keep up with it, or you had my draft.
Well, really, what really fucked me up was my bad trade.
Well,
that trade is
the a good GM.
That was my fuck up. That was the biggest fuck up of the season.
All right, what's next on this?
I believed in Kyle Lowry where I shouldn't have. Baseball is balk. I saw that Megan Thee Stallion threw out the first pitch at the Astros game. I thought that was pretty tight. That was pretty cool. Shout out Meg. Glad to see her out getting some fresh air. People giving her a nice standing ovation in the Astrodome, I believe. I'm not sure what they call it, but shout out Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out baseball being back. Hopefully the Guardians have a great season.
Yeah.
Like you said, long season ahead of us, but
we're catching some games.
Fingers crossed. I'm gonna probably end up checking out a Pirates game at some point. I like to do that now once a year. Kind of go stop by Blue Slide, get some pizza, party on Fifth Ave.
Yeah. Actually, I need to go to that ballpark.
Come with me this year.
I'm down.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Very short drive.
Yeah,
Literally like two and a half hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, baseball back. Happy for the Guardians. Hope we get some dubs.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can go on a run. Looking forward to it. Cheers to that. Movies and TV to close us out before we get ready and settled in for Sleepless Radio. Gotcha. So we did get both hit with a one guy to go, and we kind of went over it both together before the pod. So Good Brother Doom, aka Big Boss 20. Shout out the great Good Brother Doom. We love you. Just wanted to say we will go over this real quick. However, I think our answer is kind of similar.
Yes.
James Bond movies, one actor in all of their Bond movies has to go.
Yeah.
Who are you going? I know we kind of worded it a different way beforehand.
Yeah, I don't know his actual
I'm
name.
just gonna throw this out.
To be fair,
if your name isn't Pierce Bronson,
yep,
Sean Connery, Catherine Zeta-Jones, thank you very much. I like it shaken, not stirred.
Do you know why that is?
Actually, no.
Because when you shake a martini, the alcohol and water doesn't mix as much. So on top, it leaves water when you pour it. So when he sips it, he's not drinking any alcohol. But if you stir it, it combines all the shit.
So he likes it shaken, not stirred?
So when he takes that first sip as a spy, it looks like he's drinking. But in reality, he's barely getting any liquor. Because it's shaken. So you're adding air to it and shit. So at the top, when you pour it, the liquor goes to the bottom and whatnot. And then
shaken, not stirred.
It's weird. It's science.
Which I'm not too great at my Catherine, or not Catherine. I'm not too great at my Sean Connery impression, but I do like to try it.
I'm getting rid of what's his man's name?
But
hold on. It's loading.
I'm saying though, if your name isn't Sean Connery, Pierce Bronson, or Daniel Craig,
Timothy Dalton gotta go. Sorry, dog.
Let me see Timothy Dalton.
These ones.
Oh, he did License to Kill.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, dog.
You're saying Timothy Dalton?
I think.
Taking the high road?
I think.
I at least remember the License to Kill one. Maybe I'll.
Well, that's 89. But like, okay. So how fair are we gonna be? Am I gonna go back to 1959 or 1960 when movies were absolutely trash and garbage and be like, oh, these guys don't even know how to act, so he's trash?
The way I look at it is like, Sean Connery is the GOAT Bond in my mind. The GOAT. Number 2, Daniel Craig. Number 3, Pierce Bronson. Just straight pure nostalgia factor. That's who I grew up with. In fact, I think the first Bond movie I ever saw was Die Another Day, which was like 2002. Don't quote me on it. But.
It is 2002.
Oh, 2002.
Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so if you're not, so you're saying if you're not him,
I'll give that guy the pass, but I don't.
Who? Him?
No, never mind. I thought that was.
That's
all
what I'm
guy.
saying.
And then give me. Where's From Russia with Love?
There.
That motherfucker.
Yeah. So from here
Dr.
to here,
Goldfinger. Yeah.
From the first dude until like 71, where it transitions to this guy, and then you get that guy.
Yeah, when they go back.
And then
to
you get this guy for 2 years. It's like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck that dude.
That's what I said.
Yeah, okay. I just remembered the title, so I thought maybe I'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
No, fuck that.
But if
dude.
that's the two, yeah, fuck him.
What's your name again?
I love how Mr. Keep the Love High and the Hate Low in the Day. It's AD's trash. Fuck him. Like, but no, we even when we hate, we do it.
No, but
it's
James Bond.
We do it out of love and respect.
Fuck him.
Timothy Dalton, take a fucking hike, touch grass.
Get the fuck out of here, it's James Bond, bro.
Damn.
You had your. Hey, you did it. You did it. You get to say you did it.
You know what he's doing right now? He's waiting for a late tram.
He's still probably collecting checks from James Bond. Is what he's doing. So, shout out him, but like
they sell well. But how funny would that have been though when HBO Max was like buying the Bond package? They're like, all right, multiple gotta go. Who are we taking? Timothy Dalton, you ain't getting a cent of this HBO Max money. We'll see your ass on Tubi, fucking bitch.
Have fun, bitch.
The hater in me. Hello, darkness, my
But
old
yeah,
friend.
that's yeah.
Go to Tubi, you fucking bum.
I mean, it's better than like
nothing.
Yeah.
Better than WGPTN or whatever.
Right.
Channel 15 paid program and
probably
TV.
better than going to MTV.
Yeah, because then you got to
today's
compete
world.
with ridiculousness.
You're not beating that.
No way.
No way,
No,
brother.
sir. Not you. But
Not today.
who the fuck you think you is? I am. No,
All right, what's next?
Clint Eastwood is writing and directing his final movie.
Yeah.
He better.
Yeah. Didn't want to be that guy, but
I think he forgot that he said this is past 3. No, okay.
I think he forgot how hard it was on the hands to write and produce a movie.
That arthritis is busting his ass right now.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll be like, "Oh, this is a good line." Ow! Like,
can we type? Nope. Okay. Alexa, type for me. Like,
and then he makes it halfway through, and he forgot what he was gonna say. So then he has to go back and undo
Alexa,
it
read
and
it to me.
say it.
Where was I?
Oh God!
So hey, shout out Clint.
He just finds the most
Icon.
racist
Hey,
local
icon.
that he can find to write the script for him. No. But hey, my dad, he's a big Clint Eastwood fan. I know the old westerns. Plus, you got to do the "You feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?" But I don't know why it looks like I have Bell's palsy whenever I do some of these impressions. But it's just the way it kind of comes out. It's like my go-to for some reason. Like Sean Connery and him just have like busted ass teeth.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
Bell's palsy shame or never. But just kind of how it feels.
Just lives with it, dog.
Some of my I'm sure there's got to be somebody out there that's like, why does the jaw have to break? Like, why can't he just say it?
Damn.
But yeah, Clint Eastwood's set to direct this final film. Who knows what it's going to be about anymore? I don't know. The last one
I was about to say is
Mule.
we'll have to wait and see.
Always seems to, for some reason, have some weird racial undertone. But if that's your thing, Clint Eastwood's got a new movie coming out.
Go check it out.
Yeah. Bam explodes on his wife in a restaurant. Did you see that video? Man, that makes me sad.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He was doing. Seemed like he was.
We were just riding a high of laughs, and then it gets sad.
Yeah, I hope he gets more help, gets his mental right and everything, and hope he gets back.
Bam, please, man, come on, dude. We're rooting for you, man. Seriously.
Yeah, we are.
We both grew up. I know you did too. With him watching Jackass and Viva La Bam and all the great shows and the great humor. And, man, he could put a smile on anybody's face. And we just want to see, at least I do as a fan, because maybe some people, I know they call me a weird fan, but, man, I fucking wish the best for you, man. I do. We all do. We all love you. It looked like to me, if we were to break down the situation, I want to watch how I do it. Bam's condition, his
it just looked like he
battles with substance abuse.
It looked like he was,
Looked like it was a bad luck day. He's in a restaurant. Some stomping happened. A door was slammed. Doesn't look very good. Speech was a little slurry. That's not me going on record and trying to diagnose Bam as drunk or anything else. I'm just saying, coming from a drinker, coming from somebody that indulges, I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah,
I saw it with the stumble out the door.
I wasn't going to get into it more. I was just going to leave it out. I hope he gets his help. I wasn't going to try to.
I agree. Bam, love you. To everybody out there, I don't know if you saw it, but Bam, wishing you the best. And like I said, I'm sure everybody else is as well. Last thing I wanted to mention before we cover battle promo and wrap her up. Unexpectedly, every once in a while in the different movie industries and music industries, something blindsides everybody and throws a monkey wrench in everybody's plan. Movie released yesterday at the movie theater and premiered Thursday night. And the studio expected it. They apparently knew this all along. But the not casual viewers, but people that follow, the movie industry and all that did not expect this to happen because a lot of people didn't want to pick up the movie in the first place, which I found interesting. Get this. Dungeons and Dragons dominating. Gunning for the number 1 spot. Nothing's going to take it.
I kind of expected that.
People showed up. Well, I wasn't too familiar with it. I knew that it had a very strong cult-like fan base, but I wasn't quite sure how strong it got and how many casuals follow it too. People were showing up like it was a Star Wars film, man.
Yep.
Thursday night, people were like, what the fuck?
I mean, realistically, the same people that fuck with that, probably fuck with Star Wars. So you're getting the same fans. Like,
Well, it was funny because like there was some like tweets that were going viral with the like on the Discussing Film page where somebody was like, "Oh, thank God, like it's been such a rough month. The last month running the movie theater, like all these premiere nights, everybody's been flooding the theater. I'm so glad that it's gonna be chill tonight."
good luck.
And it was the opposite.
Good luck.
She goes, "Oh my God, they're around the building. Like people were literally buying advance tickets to come see this." Yeah.
Like Scooter today when after I like.
Oh, you saw that shit?
Yeah, I was like, dang, this is like one of their busiest days is today. Like,
yeah.
And
they're going fast.
Special fighter. He's gonna fight.
You saw that? That's funny as shit. Gangsta Vince. But
BCW World Champion.
no, D&D really surprised me too, though. I mean, they said it's on track to do 350 mil first week. It was only originally projected to do 80. And it goes
booming.
Guess what? It only had to make 55 or 56, like 56.5 or something like that to break even.
And they're already at 80.
They're already at
booming.
Yeah, like 88.
Yeah, they booming.
And they're on track to be 350 by the end of the weekend,
That's
based
wild.
on advanced ticket sales and how everything's going.
That's wild. Hey, shout out.
Hey, all the fans of D&D out there, show out for your movie. Unexpectedly killing it.
85 million plus strong already.
Yu-Gi-Oh movie didn't do that when I was a kid. That movie was dead as hell.
But imagine if they had the graphics of today, and it wasn't like today's age. It was like,
ooh, you just got me started. Live action Yu-Gi-Oh.
That and like how like you're not as judged as like back then. Like it's not like a nerdy thing. Like today's day and age, I was like
that.
Yeah.
See, my dad said that when he took me to that as a kid. He goes, "I thought this was going to be some little kid shit, and it's not. Like there's fucking dragons and people are dying. It's just animated."
And like everyone today's like, oh yeah, I fuck with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. But back in the day, you were a nerd if you did. So like back in the day, you didn't go to the movies.
I pulled up with the dual disc and scared every last hoe away.
Hey, I had one too. What's good?
There they all go. They're running down the street. They didn't even pick up their shoes. They just ran. They took off.
Someone asked me to see my cards.
Do you think? What about
What
about the bitches that would have got turned on to that? That was the world I wished.
Hey, don't
like,
touch
fuck, he's got an obelisk.
Do not touch my fucking magic cards.
Oh, he's got all 3 god cards. I'm gonna fuck him so bad.
Oh, you have Exodius?
Oh my god, he has all 5 pieces of Exodia. Fuck. She just starts squirting.
Okay, we can go.
That's usually, whenever squirting comes up, is probably a good wrap it up. So, the Merry Man should probably wrap it up when squirting comes out over
Yu-Gi-Oh.
5 Yu-Gi-Oh pieces, 5 Exodias. But hey, if you squirt over 5 Exodia pieces, shout out you. You're a real one. So,
everyone has their own things.
Sleepless Radio, to each their own. Sleepless Radio, episode 138, coming up in about under an hour. Sleepless Radio coming up. Billy Joel versus Rod Stewart. I got Billy Joel. El Padrino's got Rod Stewart. Coming in 17-17 tied overall. No battle next week, so we're going out with a bang before the break. Who do you got?
I feel like Billy Joel's the favorite, but I don't.
Based on the polls, he is.
Yeah, I can't take. I don't go against your dad in battles, especially when it's his era. Like, you know what I mean?
So you don't think I'm getting my 5th W in a row?
No.
Fair enough. Well, on that note, Sleepless Radio, episode 138 coming up. This was Pull Up a Chair, episode 33, Mania Madness. Hope you enjoyed the Mania predictions. Hope to see yours as well before the show starts. Thank you to everybody for tuned in during. Thank you to everybody who tunes in afterwards. Keep the love high and the hate low, and we will see you next Friday for a very special edition of the Pull Up a Chair podcast.
Stay blessed.
Everybody take it easy. Keep it wonderful. Have a great, blessed, and wonderful WrestleMania weekend, and I'll see you soon.
Hell yeah.
I went to go touch the screen like it was a touch.
We should that would be dope. My buddy had one of those.